guys, today I'm here to do Top 5 Wednesday. All of the information for this group will be linked down below. I figured I hadn't done a Top 5 Wednesday in a couple months, and this one sounded really fun. This week's topic is books that you want to reread. I thought this was a perfect time to do this since I just did the rereadathon. There are so many books that I'd like to reread, and I only got to a couple for the rereadathon. So here are just 5 more that I'd like to reread. Number 5 is I Am the Messenger by Markus Zusak. I read this a couple years ago, and I remember really enjoying it. I feel like it did have a lot of impact on me when I read it, and I really can't remember a lot about it, so I think this will be a really good one to reread and refresh my memory. Number 4 is The Light Between Oceans by M.L. Stedman. The movie for this just recently came out, and I haven't seen it yet, but I think I'd like to really watch the movie and reread this book. Number 3 is The Storied Life of A.J. Fikry by Gabrielle Zevin. I read this one a couple years ago as well, and I remember really enjoying it. I remember reading it really quickly, so a lot of the things in here didn't really stick with me, so I definitely like to reread this maybe next year. Number 2 is The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. I've only read this once, it was a couple years ago, and I declared this one of my favorite books. I have marked all up and down this book, and I just really loved it at the time, so I definitely want to reread it and see all of my markings that I made. And number 1 is A Moveable Feast by Ernest Hemingway. This was my first ever Ernest Hemingway, and it got me into reading all of his books. I've now read dozens of his books, and I just love them all, but I've only read this once, and I consider this my all-time favorite book, so I definitely need to pick this back up and see if I love it just as much as I did the first time. Okay, so that was just a quick video on some books that I'd like to reread. I'm hoping that I can reread these next year. I think Aoife might be doing another rereadathon, and I might be able to reread those if she does that. As usual, all of the books that I mentioned will be linked down below, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye!